Hi, welcome to another edition of Winning Ways. My co-pilot James Goodman's in the air at the moment. He's flying back from Dubai with the Let's Go Travel touring party after a wonderful trip, and we'll have him in the studio next week. But to take up his seat, I've got Warren Linferno. Warren, thanks very much for joining me.
Hello, Paul. Thanks very much. Nice of you to ask me to come and join you on today's show.
Lovely. Great weekend's racing.
Oh, what a feast of racing it was. I tell you, some exciting finishes, some top division horses racing, and really great.
Yeah, we're going to show you in current affairs, we're going to show you the Dubai racing, and in your call we're going to show you the Turfentine racing. Great racing up there. But let's get rolling. First of all, our 3 to follow, as you know, for a few weeks is going to be 2 to follow, because we've got a Wilgeworth Drift that a horse that we're going to highlight. But let's get straight on to 3 to follow.
Travers. Flower Alley is the winner.
His dad, Distorted Humor, he's probably one of his best sons at stud.
I'll have another, wins the Derby.
I'll have another in the Preakness.
Lilacs and Lace, 48 to 1, upset.
He's just a big, strong, leggy horse.
Right, on we go to our 2 to follow, and we bring both of them out of Saturday at Turfentine on the 28th, where Michael Lassie stepped out a horse for Marcus and Ingrid Ewerster. And this horse by Braveton Soldier called Rabada. Let's have a look at the run, and we'll talk about it afterwards. Here we go. You can see him, Warren. He's drawn deep. This is his debut run, and he comes out a little scratchy, and I thought it was quite a decent field he took on.
Very much so, Paul. You know, there was some fantastically bred juveniles here. And as you say, it got a little bit of a tardy start, but Anton got him into the race. A little bit wide, but ran a very good race.
I think that's what makes his win so impressive. And with the ground having a lot of cut in it, you don't want to be too far adrift and be too far wide. But notice this, he's trying to cover it up behind the horse in orange, but plenty of horse under Arthur here. Yeah,
and as you say, you know, for these juveniles to debut in sticky going as it was, it's a win certainly full of merit.
Can you ride better than the guy in second at the moment in those orange silks with his feet out?
Yes, no, I've got long legs, but I can certainly ride much better than that.
He's trying to keep out of trouble, shame. Lost his irons now. Arthur moves out to what turns out to be the best ground on the day, and this is the Mike Azzi inmate is making that debut. And they've set 12 home, but Arthur gives him a clear run here.
Yeah, gives him a nice clear run, and he's got quite a bit of work to do, so, you know, he really finished off well.
Yeah, he quickens up nicely. The fancied runners down his inside aren't able to go with him. The leader's there, but here, just here, you can see this horse is going to win going away.
Yeah, still very green.
Yeah, 1,400 meters, and what a win. But here's where it makes it run impressive, Warren, is the way he pulls away from them.
Yeah, once he knew what it was all about, he certainly said, well, let's go.
Yeah, and this, as you can see, is about Braveton Soldier.
Yes, Braveton Soldier, a Summerhill stallion out of a Fard mare.
Yeah,
so it's an all Summerhill affair. So congratulations to Mickey Goss and his team.
Yeah, well done to everyone concerned. This is the horse who's going to go places, and Mark Azzi's got a good one for the Eusters here. This one very comfortably. The second one we're going to look at didn't win, but it ran in a feature race, and it ran a cracking good race. It's a horse called Escape Route. Let's have a look at this run. Here you can see it drawn, and it's been highlighted here in this race here. And it gets out all right. This, bear in mind, is a field of very decent horses. There's some horses here that I think are going to go places. But let's have a look at the race here, because from my reckoning, this horse can't go with them early.
Yeah, you could see he was you know, at the back of the field, yeah, and sort of no early pace. But I like the way he finished off his race.
Yeah, this bear in mind, people watching this race, this was a very competitive field. A lot of people have gone for Arabian Beat in the yellow and black. The winner, Red Carpet Captain's a Captain L's a very good horse. A horse like Buckinghamshire is drawn in the worst ground over towards the inside. A very good horse in his day. Magog Master, these are decent horses. And look at this horse having its debut. It's now moving up on the outside in the preferred ground.
You were talking about, you know, how strong the field was. You mustn't forget Bahir from the De Kock stable, also another very good horse, you know.
Yeah, it was a good field, this.
Very good field. But Red Carpet Captain was impressive. But as you say, we're looking at Escape Route running a very good race.
Yeah, Red Carpet Captain looks to be a special horse. And so the runner-up runs a great race too. But here, look at it in the Finico colours, Escape Route. This is its debut run. It's going past a horse like Buckinghamshire. And I feel here, Warren, a lot of these horses needed to get the outside to get the best ground.
Yeah, very much so. Obviously, both you and I were up at Turffontein on Saturday, and we could definitely see the going was far superior on the outside. It sort of, as the race meeting progressed, everybody you could see were making a beeline to the outside.
It's always the case when it's wet. Always. People move out. Most courses in the country, funny enough, I know all the KZN courses, even when Cloud was about, the wet, they got the outside. But let's have a look at our third one, which is not a horse to follow. This is a horse that's coming up on our national sales, and it's lot 253. This is a horse called Oriole. It's a bay colt. Have a look at this smashing horse by Fort Wood. Now, this is well bred, Warren.
Very well bred, Paul, out of the mare called Lovebird. This horse is a family to Velvet Green and Wonder Lawn, and we all know back in the day, Wonder Lawn was one of the most expensive horses in South Africa. So this is top pedigree.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful pedigree. Have a look at this horse when you get there. Lot 253. Wonder Lawn, as you know, is the most expensive horse around. Dean Cannemare trained it. Very good horse in his day, Wonder Lawn. So those are our three to follow, and as I say, two of them were horses that have raced. But let's move on next to Blast from the Past.
Open, soft falling rain, pulling clear. Soft falling rains won the SA Nursery by 3.
Racing in the 2000 Guineas. Gates fly and they're racing in the Godolphin Mile.
They're off and racing.
Weight didn't matter. Class tells, soft falling rain, much too good. Soft falling rain, an impressive Guineas winner. Soft falling rain is drawing clear.
He's made it 7 out of 7 by winning here today.
But it's soft falling rain who is powering away. We'll see out the mile in style. A high class performer wins the Nay of Joel Stakes.
All set and ready, 1800 metres. Racing from the 1800 metre marker, it looked a level beginning, and Patchouli Dancer came out pretty well over there. They've been followed in by Roman Badge, and then comes behind those runners on the outside there is Desert Axe in the blue sleeves and the blue cap. Then comes behind that Derek's Boy, and Drum Star is very prominent as well in the checked purple colours over there, 3 off the outside. Cal Soupy's on the far side in all the red colours over there. North by Northwest is back at the rail, racing about fourth and only 3 lengths off the leader. Last Warning is further back in behind those, with Full of Fight further back in the running. They're racing about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. Then there's another 2 lengths away to Doc Halliday. Confidence Man is on their far side. Well Judged is further back. I'd say a dozen lengths that cover the lots as they race now past the 1000 metre marker, and Patchouli Dancer is in front. Patchouli Dancer and Jeff Lloyd are controlling the pace in the Celebrity Classic. They lead at 1.5 lengths to Desert Axe in second. Roman Badge is back in third at the rail. North by Northwest, Drum Star behind that. Reese Van Beek is racing only 3 lengths behind the leaders, and Smart Money in the all yellow colours over there, only 3 behind them now. Rainbow Ken at the rail. Last Warning, Shah Star's got 5 to make up. Full of Fights on the grandstand side of the white blinkers, and Confidence Man, then Well Judged. 400 to go. Smart Money's coming after Patchouli Dancer now, and Smart Money and Drum Star, the stable companion, coming home strongly as well. Patchouli Dancer, North by Northwest, is not out of it. He's starting to run on strongly as well. He's 2 or 3 lengths behind the leader. 200 to go. Can Jeff Lloyd keep going on Patchouli Dancer? He's trying to go from pillar to pillar here. It's Patchouli Dancer the leader. Smart Money, Drum Star, Shah Star's making up ground at the rail, but Patchouli Dancer keeps on finding. Shah Star's coming. He's cutting him back with every strike at the wire, and Patchouli Dancer's won it. What's done great driving from Jeff Lloyd. Michael de Kock, they've taken the Celebrity Classic. Shah Star in behind.
That is why the people loved Jeff Lloyd, a great rider. He managed to keep Patchouli Dancer, Michael de Kock trained horse. Very good horse, and I remember when he had it at Summerveld, and it went wrong in a race, and the day it walked out, into its box walked Horse Chestnut. So, Warren, this is the time that Michael had a really strong string.
Yeah, absolutely. He's had and still has some top horses, but what a race to watch, Paul. Yeah. I mean, Shah Star coming up the inside, making a race of it, and certainly Patchouli Dancer to go to the front like that, and they weren't hanging around.
Yeah.
To keep on resolutely and win.
Very good. Great race. Mike de Kock got them to roll on, but there were some very good horses behind it, as you mentioned. Shah Star for Ricky Maingard, Drum Star. These were good horses. It's always good to look back, and again we thank Byron Foster for giving us all that video for Blast from the Past. We'll be back with Plum of the Week.
Captain of All just been sat on as they come to the 400. He's drawn away by 2 or 3 lengths. Rich Girl back second, Royal Security Power, and then comes Mr. Whatever, but it's Captain of All. He's still 3 lengths to the good. Mr. Whatever on the outside, Bengal Boy, but Captain of All. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. He's coming through his prep with flying colours, destroys them by 6. Rich Girl second, maybe Bengal Boy just ahead of Mr. Whatever.
Well, what a performance this was on our Plum of the Week. Captain of All put in a Group 1 sprinting effort. He's going to be really tough in all those sprints, and again, Captain L coming forward. What a great stallion. But you know, there were 7 to 10 available on this horse, and 9 to 20 at the start. He was officially 1 to 3 into bet at good odds on this horse you could get on. People went from to beat a good field there, Warren. Rich Girl and horses like that.
Yeah, very good field, Paul. You know, nice to see the Eusters finishing first and second with Rich Girl, but Captain of All certainly most impressive. And it was a tough field. Royal Security Powers, no slouch. Mr. Whatever can sprint. Rich Girl, she's a top filly. So, yeah,
this was
certainly put them
absolutely thumped him. There we are, Plum of the Week, Captain of All.
On the countdown then for this large field.
He's their sprinting champion there, and he's going to clash with ours.
They are ready.
Gates open.
And they're racing.
The gates are back and they're off to the roar of the crowd.
Gates fly and they're racing in the Godolphin Mile.
Iridescence rolls on for South African.
600 metres left to go and JPEG is the leader.
National Colour is the leader.
Gypsy's Warning, who is closing with every stride.
Victory Moon out in the clear.
National Currency in front.
Variety Club by 3 parts of a length. Shay delivering his charge.
London News, the pride of South Africa, goes to the lead.
Sun Classic gets a run through in the middle.
Iridescence in front.
Variety Club's going great guns inside the 100 metres. Vercingetorix gets away. Easy winner. JJ, he won't go away. JJ, the jet plane.
And London News, he's everything they said and he wins.
Lizard's Desire squares the lecture and gets there by a neck.
JPEG the outside. JPEG.
South Africa roar. Iridescence gets the winner.
National Colour much too good.
Gypsy's Warning.
Shay wins the Elgos sprint. Soft falling rain, an impressive Guineas winner.
Crimson Palace has won it.
But JPEG wins the cup.
Variety Club wins the Godolphin Mile. Second, Soft falling rain.
The 1-2 for South Africa.
No horse has run faster. He's made it 7 out of 7 by winning here today.
What a dominant performance.
We couldn't have written a better script. What a fantastic race.
A delighted South African contingent there, and it's a big night for them. They've done well here in the past, of course, but they use this meeting to showcase the talent that they have there, and they've got a treasure chest of it down there, that's for sure.
Louis the King is about 10 lengths off the leader, and Legislate now looking to do the work in front.
Fatura gets driven into the lead. Louis the King blasts them away, and Legislate has won it. Louis the King did it. Fatura wins the Germany event. Louis the King stays king.
Now won 5.3 million rand for a 50-odd thousand rand purchase. A fairy tale story for the owners.
There we go, a wonderful advert for the South African breds, haven't they made their mark all over the world? Champions and variety clubs. Mile today is still talked about in hushed tones. But let's get on to our next part, and it's current affairs, and we're going straight into current affairs. And as we said at the beginning of the show, we're going to be showing you the races, or 4 special races coming out of Dubai. Again, a wonderful day's racing, top horses, and Michael de Kock, again, showing the world why he's such a great trainer. And let's get straight on to our first one we're going to look at, and that's a Dubai Gold Cup. It's a Group 2 on the turf, and interesting race to watch. Let's go and have a look at it.
Been relegated to the rear of the field. 1,600 metres in 1:40.5, 2,000 metres in 2:5, and they're leaving the back of the track. And down the side, Mushrek has made play. 800 metres from the judge. He's 3 parts of a length in front of Brown Panther. Azima third, Marzocco fourth on the rail. A length away, Havana Beat being niggled at. Batheron, sticking to the plastic, is making ground on the inside. Then Meandre Star Empire, Dub Day, El Moonquith, Rio Tigra, Dormello, Cooptado, Vassar and Brass Ring, when heads were turned for home in the Dubai Gold Cup, and Brown Panther has run to the lead. Brown Panther in front by 2 lengths over Azima. Havana Beat on the outside, then Batheron. El Moonquist running on, but it's Brown Panther past the 200 metres mark. Brown Panther 3 lengths in front of Azima. Star Empire and Havana Beat are battling away, but Brown Empire with 50 metres left to go has it parcelled up. Goal! Owen and Partners won, the rest nil. Brown Panther has won. A photo for the miners, Star Empire and Azima.
Well, there we go, Bashirocco, 7-year-old, and Brown Panther Warren, way too good over 2 miles.
Paul, that was impressive. He's certainly just, as they say, skipped away and won well. Interesting, Paul, Brown Panther owned by the great footballer Michael Owen.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Tom Daskin, we used to work for Michael de Kock. He's learnt a few things from Michael, it seems, because this horse won the 2 miles well, and he's doing well. They've had wins at Royal Ascot. And as you say, as Warren says, Michael Owen, wonderful that he's put so much of his footballing money into horses, and he's well rewarded here on this Dubai Gold Cup. Let's go on now to the UAE Derby, where Michael de Kock showed the world what a good horse this is, and let's have a look at it.
The Gemel phase pushes up in the middle, a length and a half away Faithful Creek on the outside of Motar. My Johnny Be Good is second last, and Maftool had dropped out to the rear of the field after they left. 400 metres behind in 26 flat, and travelling down the back, Tap That showed the way at the 1100 metres peg from Golden Barrows. Sir Fever has now hooked wide on the track. He's 4 deep going up to attack. Diadumas is 3 wide in a line of 4 as they really test themselves heading towards that back corner. Multa Hedge is a length away at the 800 metres mark, enjoying the run of the race. 1 to Motar, 3/4 of a length to Faithful Creek. Then Maftool, followed by My Johnny Be Good, and Elder Gemel Phase had dropped out to be a long last of all as Tap That brings them to the 500 metres peg. They're about to round the bend. Tap That and Golden Barrows, the Japanese pair, flattened for the run to the judge. Multa Hedge is a length and a half away. He comes around their heels now and is about to give chase. Multa Hedge moved up with 250 metres left to go, went straight past the leading pair and went for home. Christophe Simeon put his foot flat to the metal, and the derby's all over. Multa Hedge is absolutely tearing away. It's a matter of how far. Multa Hedge, eased in the run of the judge, has won the derby, with Maftool running on to get second, but beaten a long way. Golden Barrows third, Motar fourth, and then came Tap That.
Yeah, well, there we go. Michael de Kock, again, producing the goods as we see him coming in here, and this horse, Multa Hedge, very good horse, and Michael's done it again. The Derby seems to be his domain. And just let you know a little bit about the pedigree. This horse was by Dubawi. Christophe Simeon rode it for Michael de Kock. And funny enough, he started off on turf, this horse. He had 2 runs in England. Paddy Cosgrave, the park, he rode him off the boards on both occasions. And they brought him in overseas to Dubai. And he's had 5 starts for 4 wins and a second beaten ahead. This was impressive, Warren.
Paul, I haven't seen a horse quicken up as well as that in a long time. That was breathtaking. I mean, the way he went past them like they were standing still.
bigger plans with this horse.
Yeah, there's talk around that they'll be hopefully going for the Kentucky Derby.
That'll be fantastic, because I know if they do go to Kentucky Derby, there will be South African supporters. Wherever Michael and the other trainers take these top horses, people go and watch.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that was a good one, and congrats to Mike and his whole team. It really, you know, he doesn't leave the Dubai without making a big noise. You know?
Absolutely. You could see the flag on Sumion, and the South Africans must have been whooping and cheering and eating biltong.
You think there were a few drinks enjoyed?
Oh yeah, guaranteed. They were having a good time, because where they race from is right up against that rail, so the cheering must have been great. So that was the UAE Derby. Then let's move on now to the Alcor Sprint, because we did have Via Africa in here, and we thought we'd show you this race as well. Let's have a look at it.
Cash for cash. They're ready. Back go the gates, they're off and racing, and Artug and Lancelot Delac was slow to move. Toto has missed the start. Amber Sky came out brilliantly. He's gone looking for the lead from Via Africa, Bundle of Joy. Distinctive Passion going forward too, followed then by Caspian Prince just off the pace, and Penophobia is followed further back by Casper Netcher, Merzer, Farmars on the far side, then Artug, Soul Power, Lancelot Delac. So Maximilian's a long way back as they link with the course proper, where Amber Sky is the leader. Amber Sky showing the way over Distinctive Passion, giving chase. Penophobia on the outside, Bundle of Joy on the inside, and Via Africa and Step at Point now beginning to run on. Amber Sky in front of Penophobia. Here's Soul Power descending on the outside. Soul Power's coming with a wet sail on the outside. Will he do it in Dubai finally? Yes, he will. Soul Power. Soul Power has won from Penophobia, with Green Mask on the far side flashing up to me.
Well, there we are. Soul Power coming with a rattle, giving Richard Hughes another big race. Richard Hughes is retiring at the end of the year. He's doing very well, and this horse is not a youngster either. We saw Soul Power. He's an 8-year-old. Soul Power is an 8-year-old, and he won very, very well by Kalachi, who's the son of Pivotal. Very good winner. Very good win.
Paul, this obviously trained by Ed Lynham, and Keegan Latham used to ride for him.
That's right, the Irish guy.
Yeah. Keegan Latham used to ride for him, and nice to see them win. And Soul Power, of course, beat Shay Shay at Royal Ascot. We know about that.
Correct. I remember that race on both sides of the course. So Soul Power, very good horse. It looks like a race that wouldn't set up right for a horse like Via Africa, because everybody's up there pushing hard early in the race. And we saw it with Shay Shay and horses who sit back. Even a horse like JJ the Jet Plane sat back a tad, because they go so fast early. But Soul Power, now we've seen a couple of big races. We've seen Brown Panther, 7-year-old win. We've seen Soul Power, an 8-year-old. Let's go and have a look at the big race on the night. This is $10 million. We had champions coming in from America and a few venues around the world. Let's go and have a look at the Dubai World Cup.
The signals are given. Starter at the button. Gates are back, racing in the Dubai World Cup. Candy Boy and Epiphania slow to move. Hoko Taramai came out quickly. African Story fast away. Lee is third. California Chrome going to fourth on the outside of Long River. 2 lengths away, Epiphania, 1 to Side Glance. Candy Boy is second last, and Prince Bishop being hustled in the early part had dropped out to the rear as the Cup field makes the turn to the back with 1,500 metres left to go. And Japan's Hoko Taramai leads by 3/4 of a length. African Story second, Long River 3/4 of a length away third. Ahead to California Chrome, he's 4 deep into the back past the 1,300 metres mark. Lee on the fence, 3/4 of a length to Epiphania, 1 to Side Glance on the inside of Candy Boy, and 2.5 lengths to Prince Bishop. 400 metres in 25.6, 800 metres in 49.4, and down the back of the track, Hoko Taramai by 3 parts of a length to African Story. California Chrome's a length away. He's third, but he's travelled wide from the word go. Lee is fourth. Long River under pressure. Prince Bishop's making ground. He's running on from the back. Then Candy Boy, Epiphania and Side Glance had dropped out to the rear. Hoko Taramai, a half length in front of African Story. California Chrome has loomed up 3 deep. Lee behind them. Prince Bishop is deep around as they turn the corner. Hoko Taramai in front of California Chrome and Prince Bishop on the outside. Lee's into the clear. He'll have to give them 2 lengths. Prince Bishop in front with 250 metres left to go. Prince Bishop's got away from California Chrome, then Hoko Taramai and Lee, but it's the Prince Bishop and William Buick. Prince Bishop is clear and Prince Bishop wins the 20th Dubai World Cup. Prince Bishop has beaten California Chrome and third was Lee. Then Candy Boy.
There we are, the biggest stake in racing, and Saeed bin Saroor has done it. William Buick riding this horse as well. And Prince Bishop, another youngster, and 8 years old, Prince Bishop. He's won 11 of 25. Warren, I wonder if worldwide people keep their horses in racing for much longer.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if their horses
these results.
Yeah, these results. I mean, no wonder. You know, the horses get kept well and looked after well. And
I wonder if we don't maybe put them away too early. At what age are they at their peak? Is it 4 years old? Are they still effective? Because these horses, we've looked at millions of dollars worth of races here won by horses. The only young horse that we've shown was Michael de Koss, because it was restricted, funny enough, to the younger horses. But Prince Bishop, Dubawi again. We spoke about Dubawi, another one for Dubawi, great stallion.
Yeah, and Godolphin again. And let's just quickly touch on the second horse, California Chrome.
Very good horse.
Very good horse. You know, won 2 legs of the Triple Crown, American champion and horse of the year in America. Yeah. Good run. You know.
Yeah, very good run. He travelled wide all the way, Warren, and Leah ran a good race too, trying to get them, but. Saeed bin Saroor and his cohort seemed to have a stranglehold on this race. It was a really a good race. But a great day's racing, a lot of money up for grabs, and we're proud to say that the South Africans took a big chunk of their money and with Michael de Kock. Right, before we finish current affairs, other news, tell me about Parade Magazine. What's the latest?
Yes, Paul, the Parade Magazine, the next edition, the latest edition of Parade is going to be released this week. So those that have subscribed to the Parade can check their post boxes and will be delivered. It's got a lovely picture of Futura on the front page, picture compliments of Liesl King, and some interesting articles, some great articles. And the news is that you will be able to get the Parade in the local KwaZulu-Natal tab outlets, which is a first. Which is
and what
fantastic.
About the SA Racing app? What's the
SA Racing app going very well, Paul.
Is
going
it
from
popular?
strength to strength. Very popular. A lot of supporters, a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Glenn Marcus and Brendan Pather doing a great job.
Yeah.
We've launched the podcast. I think the last time I was on the show, we hadn't done the podcast yet, and Andrew Harrison and myself, do a podcast on a weekly basis.
Just to give people information.
Just to go through the race card, best bets,
Okay.
selected jackpot and news, and it's fantastic. It really is. And the racing app is doing very well. And if anyone out there hasn't downloaded the SA Racing app yet, they certainly need to do so.
Excellent, well, that's good news coming from that side. Good to see we're pushing racing. And now we're going to move over to Spring Valley. Little short insert on Spring Valley Stud. One of the great breeders around in KZN is Bruce LaRue. And here's a look at some of these horses going to sales.
Mr. Grey by Muktafar, the Mr. Prospector line out of Lady Grey by Badgerland.
Yeah, this mare's done us well, Martin. She's had 4 runners and 3 winners. We sent her to Mutafal to put the speed into her. She's out of a Badgerland mare, which has done extremely well as a brood messiah. This colt, as you can see, is a speed horse with a beautiful Mutafal head and a lovely length of rein. He will definitely be an early type, so the people looking for an early type of horse, this is the one to look at. This colt is probably one of the better bred colts on the sale, with this outstanding female line going back to Galileo, Black Sam Belly and See the Stars. I don't think you can find a stronger pedigree if you tried. This just as well colt is a true classic type of horse. The half-brother, Al Arif, has had 4 starts in Dubai and has been placed in all 4 starts. I'm very proud of this little filly. She's out of that stakes winning mare, Passive Resistance. Her first foal is a winner now, won a 2nd start. And we sent this mare to Mutafal just to get that extra speed. She's got a lot of growing to do, though. Her hindquarters are still way up. But she's a typical sprinting type.
Well, Duncan Howells knows his family. He'll probably be after this one.
Well, we hope so. He trained the mother and he's trained the first foal out of this mare, who's a winner now already, so I'm sure they'll be looking. Yeah, this horse has got huge presence. You will not miss him walking past. He's just a fantastic individual. The Fancy Fantasy family obviously produced Indiscreet Fantasy, who was a Group 1 winner. Then she had a Personal Hope Colt, who ran third in the Cape Flying Championships, was also a Group 1 winner. She produced a horse called Malinga, who was a 10-time winner, multiple stakes placed. And then obviously this Colt's Dam, Silver Fantasy, was also won 6 races and was a stakes winner.
Lovely trippy filly. I think Mrs. Gaynor Rupert would be very proud to see us now.
Oh, I'd hope so. This is a real nice individual. She's got that beautiful trippy head. Sprinting type, very strong in the shoulder and hind quarter again. Martin, very happy to have obviously to have a trippy on the sale, especially with an individual like this. From the Fancy Fantasy family, as we've discussed, a filly that will come early, lots of speed, been out of a national emblem mare. The mother was fast.
Happy Archer now, Anton Marcos pulls the trigger, and Happy Archer, silent calls come from nowhere. Happy Archer the last 100 and silent call. Happy Archer moving like the wind.
Right, welcome to another edition of Your Call, and as we said, we're going to be talking about the big races that took place up in Gauteng. And I think there were 8 graded races. It was fantastic racing up there, and we're going to talk about those races. First, just one little addendum to early on in the current affairs. When the Sheikh won the big race, the Dubai World Cup, the 6 million first stake he donated to Dubai Autism. They've got a centre in Dubai, the Dubai Autism Centre. He gave the whole $6 million to them. So wonderful move. That'll certainly help them out. But let's get on to Your Call. And we're going to get straight into the action because there's group racing throughout the day. And the first one we're going to talk about was the Pretty Polly Stakes. And this is a grade 3 race. Let's have a look at it.
It's Scandal on the inside. She goes quickest. Entersar's now moved up into second, just ahead of Speedy Susie. Old Emma's next. Mela Maria in the middle of the track. Then came Spring Wonder. Bikini Girl next into the final 400 meters. Scandal narrowly in front. Second place is Speedy Susie. The stick is now out on Entersar, and alarm bells start to ring. She's got 3 lengths to make up. Mela Maria is in the middle of the course, but the leader is Speedy Susie. She goes quickest. She's 2 lengths in front of Mela Maria. Entersar's out in third. Here's Speedy Susie. She's in front, and she probably won't be for the catching. Speedy Susie over Mela Maria. Speedy Susie wins. Entersar came back for second ahead of Mela Maria. Then came Spring Wonder, who finished fourth.
Well, a terrific win for Speedy Susie, showing a lot of speed there, Warren, and Corne Spies in fine form.
Yeah, Corne Spies is doing well. He does well, particularly with his juveniles, his 2-year-olds. And of course, he came down to Scottsville on Sunday, as we all saw, and took home the Sentinel Stakes and the KZN Stakes. Yeah. So congratulations to Corne.
Yeah, they're bang on form. And this is a trippy bred by Highlands. And our friend Bram van Heesteen, isn't he involved in the ownership? Yeah.
Just Paul, every time you open the computer form, it's, you know, and there's a winner, there's Bram's name there, which is so fantastic. Yeah. You know, I had the privilege of doing an article on him in the Gold Circle race card. And a fantastic guy to speak to. You know, he was obviously busy and gave the time to me. Yeah. And I
good lad.
Nice to see him having some winners.
He's having a great run. 19 winners this month for Bram van Heesteen. But well done. I was having a word with Michael Azzi too. Mela Maria, cracking third. It's a very cheap horse he bought overseas. And he said, Bernard said it went through a bad patch, or might have run second at least. But he said it just faltered. So a very good run. But again, good field, good horses behind them. But 10 out of 10 to Speedy Susie, the trippy, for Corne Spies and his clients, and that got the grade racing underway with the Pretty Polly Stakes. Let's move on to the next one we're going to show you, and this is also a grade 3. It's a Protea Stake. Let's have a look at it.
Escape Route. They followed by Malak Al Maluk, and at the back of the field is Night March. They head over towards the final 600 metres. Lots of them are in the firing line. King of the World is up the inside. Arabian Beat in the gold. Magok Master, Red Carpet Captain. Those three racing together. Then came Buckinghamshire on the extreme inside. Bahir is next. Escape Route, Frosted Honey. 400 metres left to go. It's Arabian Beat who narrowly picks things up from Red Carpet Captain. Buckinghamshire's on the extreme inside. King of the World is next. Best into the final 200 metres. Buckinghamshire, Red Carpet Captain and Arabian Beat. Now Red Carpet Captain comes at Arabian Beat. These two go clear of the rest of the field, but it's Red Carpet Captain who finds more. Red Carpet Captain looks like he's headed for the top. Second goes to Arabian Beat. Then came Magok Master. Pleasing debut from Escape Route.
Well, another flash performance by this son of Captain L. He's a very good horse. For Brian Bernard, nice to see Brian Bernard getting the big ones in again. This is a horse with a big future, I should say, Warren. And the horses who ran behind it, there were some decent horses.
Very much so, Paul. Arabian Beat's highly thought of. You know, he won on debut by 4 lengths and followed up with a very good run. Bahir was a little disappointing, but he'll be back for another day.
I just feel, and the track had a lot to do with
Yes.
it. It was very sticky out there. I watched Buckinghamshire. Had to make its move. Bernard made his move up the ground, which wasn't as favourable as the outside. It quickened up like it was going to go on with it. Maybe the ground found out Buckinghamshire. Don't put a line through him. Don't put a line through Bahir and a couple of the others. It was a very good race, but take nothing away from a great performance by the Cloverfay bred Red Carpet Captain.
Yeah, he impressed me, Paul. It was a good win, really. You know, on debut, good field. On debut, he was impressive. Had to switch in and come from just off them. And on Saturday, even more impressive.
This Captain L's doing the job.
Sure.
Whoa, what a stallion! Getting better and better, if that's possible. Right, let's move on to our next one. We've done the first two, and now we're going to go on to the Jacaranda Handicap. This is a Grade 3 race as well. It's over 1,800 metres, and here's where we see that name Dubawi again.
Santa Carolina and Enchanted Silk are quick to go past her. Then came Touch the Sky. She's towards the outside. She's off the bridle and getting persuaded along towards the outside of runners. Further back to Kasha. Then came Erin. 600 metres left to go. Latasha applies pressure to Maria Teresa. Amber Orchid's out in third. Then came Fortitude. They followed by Vino Veritas. Over towards their inside is Santa Carolina. Bilaterals towards the outside rail. Latasha narrowly in front of Amber Orchid, who now moves forward to put on pressure. Fortitude is on the outside. She's running a huge race. Santa Carolina's over towards the inside. She's a length off the leader. It's Amber Orchid. She's gone away from Fortitude in second. Erin's out in third. Amber Orchid a length in front of Fortitude. Erin's in third. Then Santa Carolina. Amber Orchid is all out and she finds more. Amber Orchid beat Fortitude. Then came Erin in third. Fourth, I think, Bilateral, just ahead of Santa Carolina.
Well, this started a massive day for Sean Terry, who, by all intents and purposes, looks like he's going to be South Africa's champion trainer. Warren, he's having a wonderful run, isn't he?
Wonderful run, Paul. His horses are really doing well. They look magnificent, and Sean's a great trainer. Congratulations to him. He's had a wonderful day.
Yeah, and great for his major client, Chris Van Niekerk, the gentleman of racing. This, would you believe it, was the 86th stake winner for the stallion Dubawi. So that's how they really are producing the goods. Dubawi's done it well. A great run by Fortitude. Erin, Bilateral starting to show that earlier form's coming back again in this Group 3. And some of the horses not relishing the conditions. But Amber Orchid, Sean Terry and Sumanga Kumalo, well done to them. They got the day going. And that was the Jacaranda Handicap. And then we move on to the Horse Chestnut. Now it's Group 1 racing. Let's look at the Horse Chestnut.
Park ready. Captain America completes the lineup. The 2015 Horse Chestnut Stakes field ready. Ashton Park just rears Quatons down. And they're off. Field are sent on their way. Ashton Park and Louis the King a little bit slow to go. No worries, landed out in front. Booklad Top is committing from a deep draw to go and race handy. Deliver the Powers also right up there. Heavy Metals in fourth in the early stages. Then came Captain America. He's locked in a position at the rail and just 3 lengths off the leader. Half the deficit is deepest of all. He's about midfield and 4-5 lengths off the leader. Ashton Park races just ahead of Louis the King. They together. They followed by White Line Fever. Ready to go right now is one from last, and Selena is at the back of the field as they move on towards the 1,000 metres mark. Bouclé Top went to the front at his last start and he won. He's in front today and he's 2 lengths clear. No Worries racing away in second. He's well placed and Deliver the Power is handy as well. Then came Captain America. Heavy Metal won off the rail, half the deficit, snuck a little bit closer to race about 4 lengths off the leader. Louis the King is back at the rail. He's about 5 lengths from them. Black sleeves and red cap. Out after them is Ashton Park. White Line Fever towards the back. Then ready to go right now in Talina. 600 metres left to go in the Horse Chestnut Stakes. The leader is Bouclé Top. No Worries. Very quick to challenge. Captain America on the outside is right there. He's a length off the leader. Then 2 lengths away to Heavy Metal. Louis the King still got a prayer, but he needs to get serious into the final 250 metres. Captain America on the outside. Second place is No Worries. Ashton Park, Louis the King, Bouclé Top. It's Captain America in front. He's 2 lengths clear and he's going on strongly. Here's Captain America. This is the Captain America that we know, and he blows them away. Talina ran on for second. Bouclé Top was third. Fourth got close between half the deficit and White Line Fever.
Yeah, wonderful for Brett Crawford and his clients. He brought this horse up here, and again we're talking about Captain Nell doing such a wonderful job. This horse had looked to be the bee's knees a year or so ago, and people thought he might have lost his gloss a bit, but whoa, he's a big runner wherever he goes around the country. Loved the ground, won well. Very impressive.
Very impressive. He certainly bounced back right to his best, and most impressive. Skipped away from the field. Good ride from Arthur.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Brett. Well deserved.
Yeah, a couple of them blotted their copybooks in the ground, you know.
Yeah, we must talk about Louis the King. Obviously, he wasn't himself. You know, he got beaten 18 lengths, and we could see eased out of the race.
Yeah, he was right there with 200 to go, a couple of lengths adrift. Yeah,
Jock must have felt something amiss, and I'm sure he's a champion. He'll be back to fight another day.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I say, well done to Brett Crawford and all the clients and everyone involved with this horse. Captain America, he's a big, strong horse. And in this type of ground, he could plough his way through it, and a wonderful win. We're going to be taking a moment's break to look at our sponsors. Here we go. Magic Millions graduates this week, unannounced as one, and what a mission. Won by Elusive Quality, and the top one by Schnitzel. Well done to them. They both won this week. They were Magic Millions graduates. Right, now we're back to have a look at the last 4 big ones of the day. And we got the SA Fillies Classic. And what a great race it turned out to. I'm going to ask you to look at the winner and the runner-up. And at one stage in the race, I really thought the winner couldn't win. But let's go and have a look at this race.
3-year-old fillies in search of a big prize. In the second leg of the Volkerbosch Drift Triple Tiara. All set. Gates open, and they sent on their way. Zrinski a little bit sluggish to go. On the other hand, Ested Raj landed running. Banbury's right up there in the early stages. Smart Call's also there for nothing. Same jurisdiction along the rail. She's just a length behind the early leader. Then came Tamani, who keeps her company, and Siren's Call directly behind same jurisdiction. Little to choose between these two into the corner turn. Then came Trophy Wife. She's around 5 lengths off the leader. Sensible Love is a further length away. Zrinski won from last, and Pan Princess is the trailer. They don't look to be going the hottest of gallops as they now went past the 1200 metres mark. Smart Call's in front. She's a length and a half to the good. Over Ested Raj in second. Banbury is one off the rail third, and same jurisdiction is perfectly placed at the rail in fourth. Tamani's midfield. She's joined by Trophy Wife, who's along the rail. Siren's Call, the silver and red colours, no more than 6 lengths off the leader. Then came Zrinski. Sensible Lovers won from last, and Pan Princess will whip them in as they become homeward bound. Just over 700 metres left to go. It's Smart Call. She now goes off to the front. She guards them into the home straight. She's 2 lengths clear. Ested Raj is second. Same jurisdiction. The lighter blue is third. Then towards the outside is Banbury in the yellow sleeves and cap. Tamani is further back. Then came Trophy Wife. Siren's Call's got quite a bit of work to do. She's in jail, but she's been in jail before and done the job. But today things are starting to get a little bit desperate 400 metres out. The leader is Smart Call. Same jurisdiction is alongside her. Same jurisdiction now moves up quite nicely. Trophy Wife is second. Then comes Siren's Call, 2 off the left-hand side. They followed by Pan Princess. It's same jurisdiction. She's got a length and a half to spare. Here comes Siren's Call. She doesn't know what defeat is all about. It's same jurisdiction. Siren's Call. Can you believe it? Siren's Call won it. Same jurisdiction second. Trophy Wife third. Pan Princess was fourth. She's done it again. She's won a race that...
Well, there we go. Siren's Call winning the second leg of the Triple Tiara, and Sean Terry again roping them in. A wonderful ride by Pierre Stradham, and even the commentator said, "Can you believe it?" You know, it was just a gutsy win, and what, for all intents and purposes, looked like the runner-up had timed it right.
Yeah, very much so. It looked like same jurisdiction had, you know, done her job and was going to go on and win, but Striker had other ideas.
Yeah.
Great race, Paul. Very, very good race.
Two top fillies.
Two top fillies, both of them really, very good. I mean, Siren's Call, obviously the further she goes, the better.
Yeah.
And
she's by Elusive Fort, and Elusive Fort has really got people to sit up and take notice. For Elusive Fort by Fortwood, 1-3 Group 1s. If one looks at Dynasty by Fortwood, 1-4 Group 1s. Dynasty is a sensation. Keep an eye on Elusive Fort. And Warren, wonderful for the owner.
Yeah. Peter de Beyer owned and bred.
Yeah.
So he must be thrilled, and he's
wonderful.
certainly got a serious horse.
He's got a serious horse. He's making serious money. He's having serious fun. Well done to him and Andy Stallion. And Trophy Wife, another very good run too for Sean Terry. So seriously big race for them. But the big one was coming. And let's go straight on to the SA Classic, where the favourite and second favourite were drawn on the outside.
Just about in. Harry's Son will complete the lineup. It's the 2015 Grade 1 SA Classic. They ready. Gates crash open and they racing away to a perfect beginning. Where's Urtijol? He's not quite on the front foot as Arniston landed running. Amsterdam, Deputy Judd, they in pursuit to the lead. Urtijol from a deep draw is handy enough, but he's battling to get over. So too is Harry's Son, the green sleeves and orange cap. He's also handy enough. Unparalleled keeps him company. Amsterdam is along the fence. Then came Arniston. After a good start, he's dropped back to around 3 lengths off the leader. French Navy is only a length behind Harry's Son this afternoon. Then came Forest Fox in the yellow. Diesel Jet is one off the fence, a further 2 lengths away to ML Jet. Prince of Orange is in the black and white. Illuminati is about 8 lengths from the leader. Then came Mac Delago, and at the back of the field is Finn Shatton as they move midway through the turn. 1,000 metres left to go. Urtijol has found the lead. He's a length and a half in front, but Harry's Son is right there in second. Deputy Judd is third. Unparalleled fourth. Then came Rampant Ice. Amsterdam is along the fence in the red, and he's around 4 lengths off the leader. Then came French Navy. Forest Fox has started to improve a few places in the yellow. He's outside of the group as they make a beeline towards the stand side of the track. Diesel Jet, Arniston, they further back. Prince of Orange next best with the Illuminati as they get to the 400 metres mark. Urtijol's under pressure and Harry's Son has picked up the lead. Second place Deputy Judd. Then came Amsterdam over towards the inside. Unparalleled. Urtijol needs a miracle. 300 metres left to go. It's Harry's Son. He's gritty. He's in front. Deputy Judd is second. Unparalleled looks for room. French Navy's running a big race with Amsterdam as well. It's now Deputy Judd. Here's French Navy. French Navy hits the front in the SA Classic. Amsterdam is second, but French Navy from Amsterdam. Roll out the red carpet for French Navy. He's arrived. Amsterdam was second. Deputy Judd third. Unparalleled.
Well, there we go. The Sean Terry bandwagon keeps rolling on for him and Chris Van Niekerk, and they're French Navy by Count Dubois. I've always said Count Dubois can throw you big horses. He threw big horses in his first crop. He's an underrated stallion, and this has come through to win a very good race. And he'd shown in the Guineas that he wanted a little bit extra.
Yeah, most definitely. And congratulations to the Armitage family. Bred another good horse.
Yeah. Correct, that's right. And just talking about the other horses, obviously Urtijol hated the ground. I was watching the race before, when they were going down to start. I was standing with Joe Somer and Gabby, and we commented on Urtijol's low action. I knew this is going to battle on the ground. Striker came back, said I always hated the ground, didn't like it. He'd been up to Transvaal twice in soft ground and hasn't produced, so we'll know not to run on that surface again. But he ran well, and Urtijol will be back because it's not a case of him not staying. He won the Derby, he just didn't handle the ground, and he's a super horse. I had a look at him in the ring. But take nothing away from, especially the first 4, they all ran well, but French Navy really is a decent horse going the right way.
Yeah. Amsterdam, Paul, I thought was very impressive. Ran a great race for Paul
Great
Peter.
Race, yeah. As I say, when you get to the outside and they're all going for that type of ground, you've got to hope for the best. And Raymond Danielson, another very good ride. As I say, the Armitage, this is a wonderful race for them, a R2 million stake. And as I say, Chris Van Niekerk couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And him and Sean are having, by this stage, they're going to have had a drink.
Yeah, absolutely. They would have had a few drinks by that stage. Paul, just quickly before we move on to the next race, just to ask you, Harry's Son, a lot of people are saying, the distance might have found him out.
Nothing to do with the distance.
Nothing to do with the distance.
Well, Urtijol, people can say he didn't stay, but he's won the Derby. He just didn't handle it. If you don't handle the ground, you can't handle it. You're not going to do anything. And our horse, just as Pierre said to us, nothing to come there. People had to go at the draw. Nothing wrong with the draw. We got up. They were going to. He slowed it down, the leader. So no excuses. No excuses.
It was also definitely a lot softer than people thought.
You sit on edge there all day. You're on a knife edge, wondering if the sun's going to break out, if it's going to dry. When you're watching from the outside, you know you're under pressure. So, but he'll be back. Harry's son. He got the trip, no doubt. He won a mile as a 2-year-old, but. Again, the soft ground, he doesn't like it at all. But let's not detract from the winner, the 2nd, 3rd and 4th. They ran great races in what is a great race in the calendar, the SA Classic. It's 2 million rand, and it's gone to account de Bois. Well done to them. But let's move on. There were a couple more stakes races to show you on the day. The next one's the Man of War Sprint. And Sean Terry didn't have time for a drink. He had to put the saddle on. Let's go and have a look at this.
And they are around 8 and 9 lengths off the leader as they get to the final 600 metres. Carry On Alice in the yellow sleeves. She goes quickest. Precursors hard up on the outside. Amazing Strike in the yellow sleeves and cap is a length and a half off the leader. Belong to Me in between them. Then further back to One Fun Day. Vibrations in trouble. Costa Zoo further back and Doing It for Dan is 6 lengths off the leader. But it's Carry On Alice as they hit the final 200 metres. Over Belong to Me. One Fun Day is 3rd. Amazing Strike. Doing It for Dan is next. It's Carry On Alice with 150 metres left to go. She's keeping going. She's not stopping. She's getting stronger. Carry On Alice from Belong to Me. Doing It for Dan. Carry On Alice. Sean Terry take a bow. 2nd goes to Doing It for Dan. Then came Belong to Me. One Fine Day and Costa.
Well, Captain Al again. Sean Terry again. Fantastic. And Carry On Alice has always been a top-class filly. You remember the Juvenile Championship was decided by Shorthead down here. She really is great. Warren, she can go with them.
She can go with the best. She trotted up, really won a good race. Good ride by Smangu Kumalo. You know, they were.
He had a good day.
He had an excellent day. Very good rider. You could see by his salutes and jubilation after the round that he was having a good day.
Yeah. And Sean Terry, you can't say enough, eh?
Sure, Sean. I tell you, what a gentleman, and just nice to see the horses winning one after the other.
It was nice to see him and Duncan Howe shaking hands after the fillies.
Yes, you know,
good camaraderie.
Good camaraderie. It was. You know, there was a great buzz and a great atmosphere in the parade ring, you know, before the race. And obviously Sean, you know, fancied his filly and Duncan, of course, fancied her. And after the race, they've sort of both shook hands and really celebrated.
That's good to see. You know, it's very difficult to win. And you always compliment the guy who beats you. Even if you're unlucky, you always do it. And Doing It for Dan, very good run for Louis Goosen's horse. And Belong to Me has always been a good horse. He's beaten some good horses in his day. And let's move on to the staying version now, the Caradoc Gold Cup. It's 2850. It's a grade 3 race. Let's go and have a look.
Left to go. Super Tube given a little bit more rain. Rodeo Sue now cuts the deficit to half a length. Kingston Mines is racing to off the right hand side. Scar Raz, Savage Wind, Lion's Emblem. There's so many with chances. It's Lion's Emblem who's quick to get onto the front foot, but Kingston Mines is right alongside it. 2 lengths away to Scar Raz. Then came Raiz and Hearts of a Lion. Kingston Mines now goes past Lion's Emblem who needs to find a second wind. Then came Scar Raz and Hearts of a Lion, but it's Kingston Mines. He's gone clear of Lion's Emblem. He now needs to see this off. He's kicked 2 lengths clear, and Kingston Mines is going on for victory. 2nd place is Lion's Emblem, fighting it out with Hearts of a Lion, but Kingston Mines puts a smile on de Kock's face. 2nd goes to Lion's Emblem, then came Hearts of a Lion. 4th got close, Savage Wind.
Yeah, this is a very good stayer. We saw him down in Cape Town, showed his ability. Got to be a huge Gold Cup horse, Warren.
Yeah, just thinking about that now, Paul. I'm sure they'll come to KZN for the Gold Cup.
Looking at some of those horses around there, I can see them all coming up for the Gold Cup, and it'll be a very good race. And there we go, the Michael de Kock connection. And part of these owners stayed in this horse because it's about Archie Penko, the stallion. They all had a share in. Very good stallion.
Very good stallion, Archie Penko, fantastic. And you know, he produces winners all the time. Yeah, bred by the Rousings from overseas.
Yes, that's right.
Very good to see.
Yeah, Kingston Mine, the British horses really stayed on well to beat Lion's Emblem and Heart of a Lion. So good racing, and nice to see Michael de Kock get one of the big day, but the day certainly belongs to Sean Terry, and we salute him for his awards. Him and Chris Van Niekerk, wonderful job. Peter de Beyer, a great day's racing, Warren.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I jumped in the car.
Did you?
Yes, I jumped. You normally get into the car.
Yeah, you jump in the car.
I jump in the car, yeah.
Did you drive back the next day?
Yeah, we drove back Sunday morning.
You and the Red Man?
Yes, yeah, we went up, and it was a great trip. Great trip. We always have a bit of fun and go to the stables.
They certainly lay it on. It's a wonderful day's racing. Now we're going to look forward to the 25th up there. It's another great day's racing. So well done to Phumelela, thoroughly enjoyable day, and they had to put on all these races. They put them on, and to the victors go the spoils. Anything else from your side?
Paul, I think that's it. We look forward to racing in KZN tomorrow at Scottsville, and Friday Greyvilles, and a nice action-packed
Friday,
week of
Sunday,
racing.
Easter weekend, I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you heard Warren talk about the Parade magazine and the SA app, SA Racing app. Get a look at them. That concludes our meeting. My good mate Jimbo Goodman will be back in the studio with us next week. Until next time.